Hello.
Hi, everybody.
We are so excited to be able to see some of you starting this coming Sunday. And we just have a few things we want to just visit with so you know what to expect when you're coming.
Yeah, so to start with, we ask that you please only arrive 5 minutes prior to your service time. If you arrive prior to that or earlier than 5 minutes early, the building may not be ready for your arrival. So stick to kind of close to worship time. For many of you, that's pretty normal.
In the same kind of setup of being prepared, if you can put your mask on when you're in the car, that'll allow you to be ready when you get to the front door. We don't have a lot of time before the service starts, and so we will encourage you to be ready in your car and then come straight in and through.
And when you arrive, please enter the door marked Enter, unless you need or prefer to utilize the handicapped entrance, and if you do, that's just fine. But this may feel a little different than our typical patterns, and that's okay. We're in this together.
Yep. As you enter, as you may have noticed in other places as well, there's going to be some things that are different. One of them is the usher will be there at the door to take your temperature. It's a pretty easy one. There's no touching involved. It's just one of those little clicker things. And from what we can tell, it'll go pretty quickly. If you have a temperature that is above 100 degrees, the usher will just invite you to worship at home for that Sunday.
When you arrive for worship, please go directly to your seats. You will receive an email from Amy with your pod number. This is kind of the number of the grouping of chairs that you'll be sitting in. And these are your seats for the service. If you have brought coats with you, please keep them with you at your seats. Just bring them right into the worship space with you. It'll be okay.
Chairs have been carefully spaced through the worship space to both maintain a 6-foot distance and to allow as many possible of these pods in there as possible. So we ask that you leave the chairs exactly where they're placed. That will allow us to continue to have as many worshiping together as we are able in our limited space.
You will, when you enter, find a small table next to your seat where communion elements have been carefully placed. And there was also a bottle of hand sanitizer there at that station for your use so that you can sanitize your hands if you wish prior to receiving communion. Everyone will receive gluten-free bread and grape juice for right now so that we can all participate together with the same elements.
When the service is over, we do ask you to proceed straight to your car. There won't be coffee hour or social time at the end of these services. We do have kind of a tight turnaround. If you are serving in one of the volunteer capacities, we invite you to proceed to your area of service. Otherwise, we invite you to exit the building through the doors marked Exit. Family members of volunteers know that none of the volunteer positions are taking a long period of time. So we'd invite you to go directly out to your cars with everybody else and know that your family member will join you shortly.
One of the things that is a huge challenge right now for us pastors is that we are unable to greet you before or after worship. It just would not be advisable for us during our current season. But we really cherish that time of greeting you and learning about your highs and lows, those things that are joys and the things that are sorrows for you. But because it will be important to limit our interactions every Sunday to keep us healthy, we will instead have to rely on some other methods of doing those things. So please do call us in the office on our cell phones, send us a text or an email. Do let us know how you're doing. We want to hear those updates. We deeply want to hear those updates. And we want to continue to hear these things. And we just need to do them a little differently for now.
Things may be different here, but we're also looking forward to seeing you so much live and in person this Sunday. We ask that you do your very best to live within these safety measures, knowing that in doing so, we take care of the most vulnerable among us and allow the church staff and us as pastors to continue to be able to serve in those vulnerable places throughout the week.
Thank you for being part of this worshiping community. We really look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Take care. God bless.